Welcome to the D&D world.
Hello, fellow player characters. This is Dave on CRPG Dungeons and Dragons night. I'm still getting ready here, but I decided to go and look through the old catalogs for D&D stuff and the old SSI catalogs, which is how I originally heard about the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons computer playing games, and that was how do I put it? In 1988, when they first started doing them, they were just advertising them at the time. But but I'm going a couple years ahead of that to see if there's anything of interest beforehand, like Pool of Radiance and stuff like that. When in the earlier catalog, see if there's anything there. Because the one I had was 1988, which would have pushed 1987 at that point. But this is the 1986 catalog. It's on a PDF on archive.org. And this is the fall 86, winter 87 catalog. And right now, yeah, it just says unlock your imagination with games from Strategic Simulations, Inc. What? Okay, yeah, I'm not. Let's see if we can get a little closer here. There we go. And, yeah, we got, standard, oh, there's Fantasy, and Fantasy 2. Doesn't see Fantasy 3 on there just yet. That's probably the following year. But these are some of the earlier RPGs that SSI had at the time. And I have played it on my channel a few times. Some games I'm interested in purchasing but haven't yet is Shard of Spring. I think that was one that was available. And so you guys know, this was actually the game I was interested in getting when I ordered the catalog. Because I wanted to order direct from them. I wanted to see if I was able to, because I did have a C64. In fact, I believe it's... No, that's the VIC-20. The C64 is in the den. Here's a game I haven't heard of called Rings of Zilfin. That was a mighty wizard who created 2 magical rings. But yeah, it doesn't look... Oh yeah, there's Fantasy 2. Wizard's Crown, which is available on GOG. Questron I haven't seen anywhere. I've seen Questron 2, but I haven't seen Questron anywhere. A lot of different war games, both factual and science fiction. Alright, let's see. Do we have any? Gemstone Healer. The sequel to Gemstone Warrior. I don't have no idea about that one. Road War 2000, post-apocalyptic warfare. Fighter Command. War in Russia. Yeah, SSI, their original body of work was war games, and they slowly built into role-playing games, kind of like how Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson did when they created Dungeons and Dragons. So you can, it's kind of the same feel here, that they slowly worked their way towards role-playing games and eventually got the licensing to make AD&D role-playing games for PCs. Yeah, we got sports games in. But yeah, here it is again. War Game Construction Set. That was the game that I was originally wanting. Well, I ended up not getting it because I found out the C64 no longer worked, which is the Commodore 64 no longer worked, so I wasn't able to since it wasn't working, and companies weren't exactly you couldn't find repair shops at like you can nowadays to fix computers. So, oh well. Data disks. Yeah, you can actually order data disk, which was basically DLC, and patches for your games. Speed demon. Okay, so there's no D&D in 87, 86, 87. So here's the year before I got the catalog, and I'm wondering if there's any D&D, AD&D stuff in here. Uh, no, we got. Hold on, let me zoom in. No, we got Fantasy 3, which I do have 1, 2, and 3 as a box set. And I'm probably going to get back to that eventually, probably sometime this year. But yeah, because I was playing Fantasy mid last year, but I didn't get very far in it. But here you go with Fantasy 3, all new, back in 87. Wizard's Crown again, Rings of Ziflin, Realms of Darkness. And that looks to be it was a role-playing game of some sort. War game construction set again. There's Question again. Fantasy Star 1, 2, there's 3 right there. Realms of Darkness again. Shard of Spring. Wizard of the Crown. Wizard's Crown. I believe these two are together, and I don't know if I'm probably going to purchase those when I first get a chance on GOG, so. Alright, let's see. Battle Cruiser. Yeah, these are just straight war games. Mech Brigade, and it's tanks. Yeah, they're not actual mecha or mech, uh, like giant robots or anything. They're actual tanks. Right. There it is again. They're really trying to push this one, aren't they? War games and sports. Yeah. Here we go with the data disks again. This is how you updated your games. You had to order them from the catalog. Yeah, nothing about D&D yet. So, but yeah, this is the one I had actually received when I sent for a catalog from SSI back in 88, I believe. And this is the 88. And you can see here it's actually got Full of Radiance right on the cover. And they're actually they're pretty proud of this. Look at this. They go, "It just got hotter." Presenting the early line of SSI computer games, including 3 new Advanced Dungeons and Dragons computer products. And here you go right here. You got all 3 of them right there. You got Pool of Radiance, Heroes of the Lance, and I don't know if we could find these anywhere. These are called Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master's Assistants. And there's 2 volumes that I know of. Now, here's what's cool about this one. It has the Dungeon Master's Guide, Monsters Manual 1, 2, Arcana, and Player's Handbook. And it's all in this, and this is for encounters. And it's basically you turn your computer into your dungeon screen. Dungeon Master screen, which is kind of cool. This was like an early version of it. I mean, nowadays, you know, you can just whip it up on your laptop or whatever, get whatever you need. But back then, when you didn't have internet, this was the closest you can get. You actually had to buy it. So, but yeah, here's Pool of Radiance. Let's see what they. Oh, get back there. Let's see what it actually says about it over here. See if I can get close enough to read. Ah, there we go. Okay, new games. Located on the northern shore of Moonsea in the Forgotten Realms, the fabled city of Flan had been overrun by monsters led by a mysterious leader. Your quest: discover the identity of this evil force and rid Flan of its scourge. Pool of Radiance represents the first in a line of software created by SSI in collaboration with TSR, the producers of the legendary Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Fantasy role-playing system. It adheres faithfully to AD&D game standards. Roll up your characters from 4 classes, 6 races, and 9 alignments in classic AD&D game fashion, or use the party already provided. Excuse me. The computer graphics are strictly state-of-the-art for 1988. Cities, dungeons, and encounters are shown in realistic 3D perspective. Personalize your hero's combat figures with individual weapons, armor, and colors. Add NPCs, computer-controlled non-player characters to your party of up to 6 player characters to fill out your 8-character party. Control your PCs during battle or let the computer handle some or all of the action to help your party on its many difficult missions. The Adventurer's Journal guides you with history, maps, clues, and rumors. Translation wheel converts Elvish and Dwarvish writing to English. Okay. And then it says introductory by SSI Special Projects Team. And it says here, roll up your characters in classic AD&D game fashion and see their portraits and characteristics. And look how really, really blah the artwork is in comparison to the actual game. So this was like early graphics that they were using. And I don't even think they have a screen like that on here. This must be a different kind of computer you're using. Every monster type has its own individual drawings. Okay. Then we got the legendary Dragonlance game world comes alive with this exciting action game. Yeah, okay. Heroes of the Lance marks the first computer action game that recreates the epic battles between good and evil in the world of Krynn. For those familiar with the AD&D game system, Heroes of the Lance is derived from the first Dragonlance module, Dragons of Despair. You control 8 companions, each with different specialized attributes and skills. Guide these brave adventurers deep into the treacherous ruins of the temple Zaxaroth to retrieve the precious discs of Meshachel. As you descend into the abyss, the companions must defeat the hordes of monstrous draconians in hand-to-hand combat, deal with powerful magic, and survive the onslaught of attacks from giant spiders, skeletal undead, and countless other terrors. But your final obstacle makes these monstrosities innocuous by comparison. The platinum discs you seek are guarded by Chrysanth, an ancient black dragon. There is but only one way to vanquish this mighty beast. Find the key to destroy Chrysanth or you are doomed to failure. I'll give you a quick hint. You'll find it in the novel. It actually flat out uses the method they use in the novel. Okay. Tanis the half-elf fires an arrow into the black dragon Chrysanth. The heroes with Karaman in front battle a draconian in the catacombs of Zaxaroth. Introductory by U.S. Gold. Alright, and then finally we got this one here. A utility program designed to help dungeon masters generate encounters for AD&D campaigns. With thousands of separate encounters, monsters, and characters provided. It can reduce game prep time by several hours per session. The database is prodigious indeed, over 1,000 encounters and over 1,300 monsters and characters, including all monsters from the AD&D Monster Manual 1 and 2. Monster records and encounter printouts totaled several hundred pages. Yeah, you can actually print out the pages. Note, a printer is not required in order to use this product since data can also be output to disk or screen. Catering to the DM's boundless creativity, this product easily allows DMs to modify the existing data or add their original monsters and encounters to the database. By harnessing the power of the computer, this program makes it practical to use the vast number of monsters and encounters for AD&D gameplay. Introductory, Intermediate, Advanced by Paul Murray, Victor Penman, and James Ward. And it says, data at your fingertips includes materials from the famous AD&D monster manuals, Dungeon Master Guide, Player's Handbook, and Unearthed Arcana. And then it gets into its regular stuff here. We've got Stellar Crusade, Battle of Napoleon. Okay, let's back it up a bit. All right, now we got your standard war games here again. Here's there's Questron. And here we got the three D&D games. Now we got Questron 2 in there. Eternal Dragon, I'm not familiar with that one. Star Command, Stellar Crusader again. Road War Europa, sequel to Road War 2000. And Fantasy Games. Your standard stuff. And then hit sheet folder. Free introductory offer. Data disks available. And here we go with the compatibility stuff. Okay, so this is actually the catalog I first got many years ago. I was about 11 or 12 years old. Oh, I do believe I was coming up on 12 years old at that time. So, yeah. This is the first time I ever saw anything AD&D outside of the tabletop stuff. That, at the time, I wasn't allowed to play just yet. So, this was kind of interesting to see to me. And I wore that catalog out just looking at these 3 pages right here. So I ordered another catalog and got this one. And of course, this one has Hillsfar on the cover here. And presenting the entire line of SSI computer games, including Advanced Dungeons & Dragons computer products. Enter a fantastic world of computer gaming. Yeah, I read that backwards, but okay, whatever. And of course, actually, to tell you the truth, I got this one, but it had the cover to the previous one. But it was the next catalog I ended up getting. But yeah, this one, I got the same one, but it had the other catalog cover. It had this cover on it. Okay, it pretty much says the same thing there with better pictures. Yeah, this is definitely the one I got. And because I remember that picture, every monster type has its own individual drawing, and this is looking more like the game we're playing right now. And of course, that says, says exact same thing. This one's a little different. It says, Sturm confronts a gully dwarf while exploring the upper level. Yeah, the gully dwarves attack your ass in this one. It's crazy. I remember that from the Nintendo game. I played the Nintendo version. Now check this out. They released this. This was the fourth product they released. And the Nintendo version sucks. I will give you that. It sucks. And the reason it sucks is because it removed the most important thing that this game offered. Every visit to the Forgotten Realms city of Hillsfar is different, exhilarating experience. Explore the city, meet its colorful denizens on the streets or in the pubs and discover a quest. There are many possible ones. And then you see this. Transfer your favorite character from the Pool of Radiance or Azure Bonds, which hadn't been released yet, AD&D Forgotten Realms computer role-playing game, or create one from scratch. Now, Azure Bonds, I don't think is in this catalog. So it's kind of weird that they mentioned it ahead of time. So they're already planning on releasing it, but yeah, you don't see it here, but it's coming soon. So you get the impression you can transfer your characters to that one too. From options available to, oh, where was I? Computer role-playing game or create one. Okay, Azure Bonds, Forgotten Realms, computer role-playing games, or create one from scratch. Your quest and the options available to you each game will change to suit your character's specialty. Thief, mage, cleric, or fighter. Your quest will keep you constantly on the move, fight in the arena against raging minotaurs, ill-tempered orcs, or other evil opponents. Enter different buildings and your maze running and lock-picking skills will be required. Archery and equestrian events may also be part of your overall quest. Think fast, move fast. These mini-games happen in real time. For both adventure and action, there's no place like Hillsfar. So, yeah, it's a bunch of mini-games, but the original intent was you were supposed to transfer your characters into this game. Okay, excuse me. The Forgotten Realms city of Hillsfar in both 3D and overhead views. Yep, right there. The arena where you will fight for fame, fortune, or freedom. And this was made by Westwood. Yes, Westwood, the ones who made Command and Conquer. Right, so next, and of course, oh yeah. And of course there's the Volume 1 Dungeon Master's Assistant. So yeah, this was the actual order I remember seeing them, and it was just the cover was different. Then we get back to the regular stuff. We got Battles of Napoleon. Demon's Winter. I think that one's available to be purchased. I'll have to look into that one. Typhoon of Steel. Burst over Germany. Then we got there's all 5 award winner. All 3 fantasy games, spelt PHANTASIE. Okay, then we got Wizard's Crown. Demon's Winter again. And there's a Questron minus Questron. This is Questron 2. The Eternal Dagger. Star Command. Your 8 Star Troopers must destroy a band of intergalactic pirates. Oh, here we got all 4 D&D games again. Now we just got straight war games. There's the reason, and here's the reason why I bought the catalog again, or ordered the catalog again. Oh, and here we go. They are actually talking about the novel for Azure Bonds. There's Azure Bonds novel, which I have up there. And here they are advertising for the game. This is for the tabletop version. And they're advertising right there that in 1989, look for the Azure Bonds SSI computer fantasy role-playing game Epic in 1989. So yeah, they were advertising it. Oh, there's Questron right there. Okay. Okay, so that's that. And then we got the what games work best on what and how much and prices and all that. All right. Now here's the second catalog I got. So unfortunately I don't have either one anymore, but here we go. There's Curse of the Azure Bonds. Fight to control your own destiny after you saved the entire city of Flan and located the Pool of Radiance. A simple trip to Tilverton should have been as easy as a noonday stroll, but it wasn't. Ambushed, captured, and knocked unconscious, you wake with no idea who attacked you or how you arrived in Tilverton. You only know that 5 azure blue symbols are imprinted just under the skin of your right arm. The mystical power of the azure symbols ensnares your will like metal bonds, and when the bonds glow, you must do as they command. No magic dispels the bonds, and no cleric's prayers remove them. Your only hope: search the Forgotten Realms for members of the Alliance who created the bonds and regain control of your own destiny. Only then can you be free of your curse of the Azure Bonds. Free your characters from the power of the new Alliance and their evil curse. Tactical combat gives you full control over your arsenal of weapons and magic. And of course, it doesn't say it here, but you can transfer your characters from both Pool of Radiance and Hillsfar. Hi, Miley. Okay, and then we got Dragons of Flame. Explodes with action. Controls up to 10 companions, one at a time. Your quest: rescue slaves held by the ravaging dragon armies in the fell fortress of Paxtarkas. Get out of there. Hey, get out of there. Get your nose out of there. Fortress of Paxtarkas. Your journey begins as the companions explore the wilderness of the Elven Mosaic, where they gain valuable allies, the mysterious elves of Quellenesti. Each companion has different specialized skills. Use them wisely along the way to evade evil draconian patrols. Keep one step ahead of the malevolent dragon armies while battling dragons, griffins, wraiths, zombies, and scores of other monsters. The terrors of the journey, however, pale in comparison to the sheer horror of your destination. The impenetrable fortress of Paxtarkas looms before you, crackling with vile energy. Remember, all the sizzling action happens in real time and in colorful animation. Your wits and reflexes better be sharp in this game. You're either quick or you're dead. Tanis confronts a troll before the throne in the Hall of the Ancients. While traveling throughout the wilderness, Sturm encounters an evil draconian. And now we got a strategy game, War of the Lance, which I believe I have. Oh yeah, that was with the silver box, so I got kind of just set it aside because none of them were working. Welcome to the first AD&D computer war game. Prepare for fierce battle and all-out war when the forces of Whitestone clash against the evil High Lord dragon armies. The prize: absolute rule over all Ansalon in the Dragonlance game world of Kryn. Choose sides against another human opponent, or command Whitestone against the computer. Send forth your diplomats to forge treaties and gain the allies that will swell the numbers of your troops. When words fail, armies of humans, draconians, dwarves, elves, dragons, and other creatures may prove more persuasive. See armies move across the lands of Ansalon using the strategic map, or zoom into the overview map to direct the war on a tighter scale. Select the tactical view to watch details of the battle unfold. During the course of the game, players can send groups of companions on quests to discover magic items, dragon lances, good dragons, dragon orbs, and gnomish technology may help defeat the enemy. Enough talk, let the war begin. And it goes, Highland Dragon armies make an assault on Qualinesti, capital of the Elven nation of Qualinesti. Assault on Quilinost, sorry. Whitestone moves units and Salanthus, preparing for the High Lord onslaught. Oh, and then we got a new assistant, Dungeon Master assistant. Volume 2, Characters and Treasures, is SSI's latest time saver for Dragon Masters, DMs. No longer is it necessary to spend hours populating a town or generating player characters or henchmen. Speed up your game immeasurably by generating detailed player or non-player characters and large treasure hoards in moments. Every facet of character generation, from languages and spell lists to class and racial abilities, is accounted for. All character classes, including multi-class characters, can be rolled up in a snap and will appear on ready-made character sheets with all the pertinent information ready to use. You can even print these sheets for instant use. All magic items from AD&D Dragon Master's Guide and Unearthed Takana, plus all treasure types from the Monster Manual and Monster Manual 2, can be generated within this powerful program. By letting the computer do most of the number crunching, crunching work, such time-consuming chores as creating large numbers of gems, jewelry, or intelligent weapons become simple tasks. Harness the power of the computer with its versatile utilities. Spend less time in preparation and more time enjoying AD&D gameplay. And that's it with the AD&D stuff. Now we got, Sword of Aragon, which is another RPG strategy game. Lightning. Okay, yeah, there's Fantasy Star 3. They don't have the first two anymore. Yeah. And they got a full page of nothing but D&D now right there. More war games. Oh, check this out. Here's your clue books, which are now free when you purchase them on Steam. But when you wanted them back in the day, it was $12.99 for Pool of Radiance and for Azure Bonds. And, of course, for Heroes of the Lance and Hillsfar. TSR makes the best even better. And we got a TSR thing right here. Oh, there's Dragon Strike. First coming in 1990. Dragon Strike, and you got Champions of Krynn. Which was the next catalog I ordered. Give me just a second. The missus wants out. There you go. Enjoy your dinner. Okay. Now we're going to go through more of the catalog here in a minute. And here's all the prices and stuff, and for which machines, and how much memory it takes up. Alright, and when we get back, we're going to go on this catalog right here. Which is funny, is this catalog, I think, was this cover right here was also in comic books around the same time. A different version, because I don't remember the Buck Rogers thing being on there. But, yeah, this is the next catalog, and I did order this one, too. I'm going to take a quick little break. I got to check on a few things. So I'll be right back.
Dungeons and Dragons will return after these messages.
Welcome to the D&D world.
Phenomenal cosmic powers!
Hello, fellow player characters. This is Dave on CRPG Dungeons & Dragons Night on YouTube and CRPG D&D Night on Twitch. And we got another anime con coming up. This is the Anime Gaming Con in 2025 at the Fresno Fairgrounds. They claim to be the largest anime gaming TCG FGC convention in the Central Valley,
2 days of fun with friends and families, celebrating anime and gaming, and coming together in one place, featuring cosplay contests, a maid cafe, video game tournaments, trading card game tournaments, anime car shows, special guests, and so much more. I'll be attending on one of those days, which will be the 1st or the 2nd of February. I'm not quite sure about the hours. I do believe it's 10 to 6 on both days. And I hope to see you guys there, because I'm always around one of those days taking pictures of the or videos of the vendors and the events going on while I'm there. I'm usually there for only a few hours, but I hope to see you guys there. Maybe run into you. We can talk for a little bit and hang out, something. Anyway, hope to see some of you there, and take care.
And now, back to Dungeons and Dragons.
We're back. Let's see, here we got Breakthrough to New Levels of Computer Role-Playing, presenting the entire line of SS computer games, including Advanced Dungeons and Dragons computer products. Alright, now let's look at what we got here. There it is, Eye of the Beholder. Point and click your way through all aspects of your quest, including movement, spellcasting, and combat. This new Advanced Legends series role-playing saga is based on AD&D 2nd Edition game rules. Explore AD&D computer fantasy role-playing like never before. Jury the rogue fingers his lockpicks, deftly slipping into the lock with a soft click. Door creaks open, revealing a dimly lit corridor. Without warning, skeletons leap from the shadows and slash at the party. Sword flash, spell sizzles, and then all is quiet, and the corridor is littered with bones. Legend has it there is a criminal conspiracy hiding in the water-deep sewers. Well, if someone's hiding down here, we're going to find them and destroy them. So begins the quest that heralds the first graphically based AD&D computer fantasy role-playing saga, the Legend series. Control 4 player characters, PCs, and 2 non-player characters, NPCs, of 6 character races and 6 character classes. You and your party may aspire to become high priests, lords, paladins, ranger lords, wizards, and master thieves. In the Eye of the Beholder, easy to use point and click commands and 3D point view create that you are there feeling. Enter the dark, slimy underside of Waterdeep and experience AD&D computer fantasy role-playing like never before. Cluebook available. See page 7. Oh, and here we got Buck Rogers, which I haven't seen that one anywhere. But this was part of the Gold Box series somehow. I'm not even going to bother reading it. Okay, Ancient Terror Awaits, Secret of the Silver Blades. And this is the third game after, or the game after Azure Bonds. I can't really read that. Let me get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry. Ancient Terror awakes. Unwittingly digging in unhallowed ground, miners have disturbed an ancient vault and released its terrible content. Scores of horrific creatures now infest the mine shaft and threaten to escape into the world above. You and your heroes must find a way to contain this scourge. All hope depends upon your ability to unravel the age-old mysteries surrounding this infestation. The stunning sequel to Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Azure Bonds. Yeah, they're already omitting the fact that Hillsfar existed. Secret of the Silver Blades improves on the award-winning game system used in Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Azure Bonds. Continues their exciting saga in the Forgotten Realms game world by transferring your characters from Curse of the Azure Bonds or create all new characters. Either way, explore the largest 3D adventuring expanse ever in an AD&D computer game. Battle monsters you never before encountered. Use higher character levels and invoke new wondrous spells. All this plus spectacular graphics add up to your unequaled excitement in AD&D computer fantasy role-playing. Where is this foul horde coming from? You must find out before the mining town of New Verdigris is overwhelmed. You and your party of heroes must solve age-old mysteries and uncover the ultimate evil, the secret of the Silver Blades. And of course, then you got oh, here it goes. It actually mentions it this time. Equal to Pool of Radiance, Curse of the Bonds. Lets you transfer characters from Pool of Radiance and Hillsfar. Make them 5th character. Yeah. So it mentions at that time. Okay, and there. Oh, Champions of Krynn. The first fantasy role-playing epic set in the legendary Dragonlance game world. Champions of Krynn improves on the award-winning game system using SSI's mega hits Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Azure Bonds. Now, for the first time in your computer, the Dragonlance saga unfolds in a spectacular AD&D fantasy role-playing adventure. The War of the Lance is over, but evil is a bad loser. With the Dragon armies defeated and the lands to the east reconquered, the forces of good have withdrawn and settled down to a well-earned rest. Evil forces, however, never rest, and have been quietly plotting a cataclysmic return to power. Their goal: establish the Dark Queen, Takesis, as ruler of Krynn. Guide your party of characters through a dark web of intrigue and combat, where dragons, draconians, and other horrors dwell. Go with a brave heart, for you and your heroic adventurers are all that stand in the way of evil tyranny. Once you penetrate the masquerade, the only path to victory lies through dragons. Evil doesn't have everything its own way. Powerful allies can appear at any time to fight for the champions of Krynn. And here we have a slew of clue books. And it looks like the cheapest one is the clue book for Hillsfar. All the other ones are $12.95. And here we got Dragon Strike, which I tried to play one time, but give me just a second. She just came back in and jumped into bed. Talking about Miley. So let's go ahead and read this one. The first ever Dragon Combat Simulator lets you fly the mighty dragons of Krynn into fierce combat. Feel the raw power of the mighty dragons surging beneath you as the wind beats against your face. Your hands tremble, not from the heft of your dragonlance, but the anticipation of the battle that is to come. The air screams with the fury of enemy dragons and creatures, even flying citadels. This is Dragon Strike, where the deadly skies above the AD&D Dragonlance game world of Krynn explode before your very eyes. The realistic first-person viewpoint propels you into a detailed, fully animated, three-dimensional world of incredible action and excitement. Learn to fly dragons and master over 20 different missions. Progress through 3 different orders of Solanic Knights, gaining bigger, more powerful dragon mounts as you go. Receive magic items along the way. You're going to need them. Dragon fangs, talons, and deadly breath weapons are just a few of the dangers you'll face in the fierce heat of dragon combat. To the skies, brave knight, and victory. Okay, so now we got some from FASA, who created the Battletech series of role-playing games, and this is their other one, which was Renegade Legion. I'm not really going to get into that one. And here we got, well, not counting this one, but we got a whole bunch of D&D stuff now. Oh, wow, then we just kind of jump ship, okay. Buck Rogers, advertisement in there. Huh, that was it. Okay. And they got the advertisement for Eye of the Beholder right there. Okay, so next catalog, 1992. Yeah, it goes up to 94. And 94 is pretty much when they called it quits because they lost the license. SSI lost the license to Dungeons and Dragons at that point. And here we got Dark Sun, Spelljammer. Well, we got a few in here, don't we? Oh, we got box sets now. Let's see what we got here. Harsh New World, Hot New Engine. Prepare to take a quantum leap in computer AD&D role-playing on the most successful new fantasy world ever launched, the Dark Sun game world. You barely hear that one anymore. Shattered Lands, first in this next generation of adventuring, delivers state-of-the-art technology, unrivaled game design, and an intricate storyline. A harsh new world, brutal and sun-scorched, awaits the party you create. Choose from all new races with higher levels and multiple classes. Spectacular full-screen graphics and cinematics unfold in continuous action. You never leave the screen to go into another mode for combat, inventory, and conversation. A splendid music score and sound effects truly bring the Dark Sun game world to life. Full-blown 16-bit engine delivers smooth animation and gameplay. Pick up and examine objects, interact with physical surroundings, converse with characters, battle monsters, all with incredible richness and detail. And the point-and-click interface gives you quick and easy gameplay. By SSI, clue book available, and does not tell you anything. Alright, so now we go over to Sail the Solar Winds, Pirates of Realm Space. Captain your own Spelljammer spaceship in a spectacular AD&D adventure unlike any before. Recruit officers and crew to man your magic-powered ship. Soar into the ether, Explore the planets of Realm Space and embark on exciting missions. Engage pirates' vessels such as Nyagi snail warships and real-time combat from a first-person flight simulator viewpoint. Fire huge bolts from your ship's ballista and bring the enemy to heel. Boarding combat is true AD&D phase battle using weapons and magic. Point-and-click your way through the game's superb graphics and sound effects. Heighten the drama with so many planets to visit and missions to fulfill. Every adventure will be different from the last. And then we got Big Adventures, small price. Here's your chance to experience the excitement and wonder of advanced Dungeons & Dragons computer adventuring. Computer? Is that what I just said? I meant to say computer. At unbeatable prices, these two remarkable collections feature critically acclaimed bestsellers packaged together for the first time. Dragonlance Collector's Edition, the complete Dragonlance trilogy. So apparently they released all three of them between catalogs. In one big box, complete a game, then transfer your characters with experience levels and attributes intact to the next in the series and continue your exciting journey. And to make sure you set off on the right foot, we've included an extra bonus. The Champions of Kryn Clue Book, free! AD&D Starter Kit. What a better way to start your AD&D adventure career than with the beginning volumes for the three of the greatest series in computer history. Pool of Radiance, Gateway to the Savage Frontier, and Champions of Kryn. So they got the starter games for all three series. But when you're doing with the beginning of volumes, you can transfer your characters with experience levels and attributes and text to the next game in each series. Special bonus, free clue book for each game included. Prophecy of Shadow. Ultimate Baseball. The Summoning. Cyber Empires. Yeah, it looks like someone was trying to rip off Battletech right here. Or maybe it was starting off as a BattleTech game, but then they didn't have the license yet, or had lost it. One of the two. Conflict Korea, Career Carrier Strike, Line in the Sand. That was it. Okay, that was a small catalog. Ravenloft. Apparently this version did the catalog, all that's new from SSI. And just go straight into it. I don't think there's a cover on this one. Experience AD&D Gothic horror role-playing at its very best. Unveil and destroy Stroud, one of the most nefarious of all Gothic horror characters. Oh, you'll never escape the terror of the AD&D Ravenloft game world. A visually stunning game, Ravenloft is presented in high-resolution 256 color VGA, so you get twice the quality of VGA without the cost of a super VGA card. An exceptionally large 3D gaming window, 30 authentic Ravenloft creatures, and a story-driven character generator will keep you busy for hours and hours. Just be careful, things get pretty eerie when the sun sets. Oh, and it's available on CD-ROM. And the clue book will be available in June. Those who followed my channel are familiar with this game, Dungeon Hack. Hack your way through the dungeons of your nightmares. Play the Dungeon Hack game and get ready for limitless, danger-filled AD&D dungeon adventures. You'll love its randomized dungeon generator, custom setups, and over 4 billion possible dungeons. This single-character AD&D fantasy role-playing game is easy to use. Generate your characters from 6 races and 12 character classes, including multi-class, select dungeon difficulty, and off you go. Auto-mapping charts or exploration and passwords let you return to favorite dungeons. Digitized sound effects and 256 color VGA graphics makes this an experience you'll treasure over and over again. El-Qadim, the Genie's Curse. Explore the exotic El-Qadim game world. A complex pre-generated character grants you quick entrance into this all-new AD&D game world, where high magic and dark deeds reign. Encounter genies, sinister sorcerers, wise hermits, and many more mysterious beings, each with their own secrets and challenges. Choose from a vast number of magical items to solve challenging real-time puzzles, and savor a tightly woven storyline that's enhanced by grand cinematic musical themes, all in the style of the Arabian Nights. And there's Shattered Lands again. But we go down here and we got Fantasy Empires. Fantasy Empires is the first AD&D. Oh, it just says D&D game to feature a computer dungeon master who mediates all elements of gameplay thanks to advanced technology, superior animation to our 56 color VGA display, and digital sound effects. The DM literally comes to life on the screen, designed for up to 5 players. You face 1 to 4 adversaries, either human or chosen from among 20 different computer-controlled opponents. Interact with fantastic races, command dozens of troop types, send your heroes on quests, and construct a variety of buildings and fortifications. So it's a strategy game. Extensive character interaction utilizing advanced AI and natural network technology throughout the game provides for diplomatic tactics. When combat occurs, the game switches from a strategy map to a tactical screen that shows real-time action in one of the most spectacular overhead perspectives yet. Dark Legions, don't know that one. Guadalcanal. Archon Ultra. Yeah, you can kind of tell that they're losing steam here because I bet you the next catalog is probably only going to be about less than 8. No, it's about 8 too. And they got okay, and of course the first thing they got on the cover is not a D&D product. It's Renegade Battle for Jacob's Star. All right, Panzer Strike. Oh wow. I don't think there's any. Oh, there we go. There's a D&D product. Wake of the Ravager. The hottest AD&D game world just got hotter. Sequel to Dark Sun Shattered Lands. Return to the horror-filled wasteland Athos, where the mighty dragon of Draxa and his powerful minions, the Lord Warrior, await your challenge. Unleash your imagination. Athos is a huge, intuitive world where exploration is a dream thanks to the frustration-free point-and-click interface. I can't read what that says. Indulge your senses. Wake of the Ravager employs spectacular full-screen graphics and cinematics throughout the adventure. Action is continuous. Combat, conversation, and exploration all take place on one screen mode for a seamless, suspenseful adventure. Superbly orchestrated musical score and digitized sound effects complete the sensory experience, making Wake of the Ravager an unforgettable adventure. Oh, Menzo Baranzan. Prepare for a spectacular subterranean journey. Welcome to the realm of Underdark and the malevolent city of Menzo Baranzan. I got the t-shirt. Here you'll find new monsters, new tactics, plus the ability to levitate and fly in combat. Enjoy an easy-to-use interface with single-screen inventory management for the entire party and an intuitive point-and-click object manipulation system. State-of-the-art sights and sounds complete this incredible visit to the Forgotten Realms game world. Even the most experienced AD&D adventurer will find this role-playing epic fresh and exciting. And I think that's supposed to be Drist right there. Even though I won't be able to play this one, this is Slayer, and this was for the 3DO. You're not a helpless kid anymore. Oh, it's time you did something about those monsters under your bed. You're not a helpless kid anymore. You've grown up and you've got Slayer, the first advanced Dungeons & Dragons game available for the 3DO interactive multiplayer system. Now you're an AD&D game hero armed with weapons and magic, exploring dungeons filled with deadly monsters of your nightmares. Hack and slash your way away at these vile creatures and avoid treacherous traps and solve mind-bending puzzles. The randomized dungeon generator can create over 4 billion different dungeons. That's a new monster hunt every time you play. Because it's designed for play on 3DO systems, Slayer gives you the most awesome graphics and animation you'll ever see, plus a first-person perspective that lets you look up and down on all around. It's virtually real. Slayer, it's time you made those monsters look under their beds. And that was it. That was all the catalogs. Because after this, they completely lost the license, and I do believe that's when a few years later you would see Baldur's Gate appear a couple years later, or maybe within the same year. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, they tried to milk as much as they could out. That's why the particular games you saw right there, you don't really hear about them. And Slayer, I'll see if I can find an emulator for that one because I'm kind of curious about it. But yeah, Menzo Baranzan. I actually looked at it. It's actually kind of hard on the eyes because they made the screen so dark. But I will play it anyway at some point. But we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching on CRPG D&D Night on Twitch and CRPG Dungeons and Dragons Night on YouTube. This is Dave and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream, whichever comes first. Bye bye.